I think they bots. They definitely bots.
Cause what was the point?
Bro, we ain't seen nobody real. We gotta go.
Over there, botting it out.
Yeah.
Partner hit the phone, just pull up. And I got money, just pull up. Drugs on me, bro, pull up. Hop in the Jeep, just pull up. If you got L's, then roll up. It's down for a coke, get the soda. Don't hit my phone, just pull up. If you want smoke, then pull up. All my boys here pull up. We be ballin' hard like Bull. No types, bro, just pull up. We gon' be lit when you pull up. Yeah.
Bots. AI. Unnecessary evil. How do you address the issue? I'm presenting the facts that bots are in fact bad for the game, split the player base even more than it naturally would without it, and most importantly, why bots are making you bad and keeping you bad in Fortnite. This is not a make you feel good video, so you can get up out of here. But if you want answers, or you want to improve, hell, you just even want to know why you used to play all day, and now you play 5 or 6 games, and you're contemplating getting off, or maybe you swear it's not just all nostalgia. Fortnite back then was actually better. Stick around and hopefully this provides some clarity. What's good, what it do, what it is, what's new. Hope everybody doing well out there, and chime in the comments below. Love to hear your point of view. Now, just like my opinion, you don't have to agree, and I don't have to agree with you. So I'm gonna do my best to leave my opinion out, but at the same time, I'm essentially speaking from 25 plus years of gaming, watching others game, and what has worked in the past. So I genuinely would like to hear your point of view. It's only gonna make me smarter. Done with all that blah 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 blah. Bots, bots, bots. It seems they're everywhere, right off spawn, even when you're all the way out here, at the end game, mid game, even the third party, you gonna find some bots. And with Fortnite openly coming out, promoting bots as a selling point for the new popular game mode Blitz, it's time somebody keep it 100. The people that main Blitz inherently can't care about being good at the game, and the people that play BR, Zero Build, Reload, and Ranked can to a degree. Let me explain though. Let me explain. Playing Blitz is not the problem. Maining Blitz is the problem, and this is no jab at that community at all. But it's mostly AI, and it fits the bill. But the same also can be said for playing in low quality BR matches, Zero Build, and Reload lobbies against bots all the time. Plain and simple, this is the problem. Which of these clips right here are bots? I assume most people still here are right, and y'all know that all these clips are bots, every single one of them. This the kicker though, those are bots from different seasons. And if you think of actual weather seasons, things change. The same can be said about you playing Fortnite over different seasons. This is 3 different clips of me changing over different seasons. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm trying to show how the way I play and think has changed as a result of not playing with bots as much as possible and trying to improve just for me. Because unlike all these bots, real players don't behave like this, and Fortnite will never be able to replicate that. Since they can't, and most of your lobbies look like this, Fortnite is actively holding your hand, keeping you bad but keeping you happy because you win more now. But that's okay with you, because unlike what I said in the beginning, yeah, you don't care about that, but you do care about looking good at the game. And what I mean by that is winning, crown wins, maybe just a high number next to your kill count, and that's the problem. See, just playing bots all day does not require you to always use your critical thinking skills. See, most people fighting bots all day are on autopilot and probably talk a lot in them bot lobbies, but they typically play a lot less longer, and they get quiet in party chat or end up leaving to go to play with somebody else as soon as they start dying repeatedly to a 0 build sweat, slide canceling everywhere, or getting a wall shoved in their face one too many times in build mode. And that's because most of that person's engagements look like this. Hesitates first. You don't have to build, you don't have to box up, nor do you have to slide, jump, mantle, you just point and shoot. And that does not require you to do much critical thinking. Not much work, but most importantly, you're getting what you want. The wins, the stats, keep seeing that victory royale screen. But that's just Fortnite conditioning you to think that's a normal game, because you still get all the accomplishments of fighting against 90 something other real players, but you didn't. You just didn't. So anytime you actually have to think or put in work in the game, not just look, aim, and shoot, first thing they say is, they a sweat. Chill, it's not that serious. Relax. They doing too much. Or my favorite, see, that's why I'll be playing this. Another problem. Do you hear the way these people fundamentally think? Let me explain though. Football, golf, hockey, bodybuilding, playing chess, riding a unicycle, in Olympic sport, it doesn't matter. What all these things have in common is, along with most things in the world, they all require some sort of skill to be considered good, great, or even the best in that respective category. People don't just acquire skill because they want it, they practice. The late, great Kobe Bryant's whole idea of Mamba mentality was putting in the work to achieve. Putting in the work, meaning practice. So all the sweats are just in creative or an actual real lobby, or WKing everybody practicing the skill they were practicing in creative. Something they was learning in creative. Or watch someone else, and this countless ways to practice to get better. But since when has being good? Since when has having skill? Since when has practicing to be better than anybody ever been a bad thing? Said nobody whose team ever won anything that they practiced for. Nobody says this. Nobody. Or sports will not even be a thing. And just because Fortnite is a game, that doesn't make it any different. Fortnite is a PvP. Player versus player. Not PvE. Player versus environment. That's say the world. Go play that there. We don't need bots. So again, these people do not care to practice or to be better than their opponents or to be good at the game. They are essentially getting participation trophies by playing bots all day. Because why would the person shooting bots all day ever think they need to practice when, if you forgot, most fights look like this? And this one fight I'm going to show you is just one example of countless ways Fortnite could never replicate real players. Never. This guy set in storm this whole time. And I didn't shoot at him while he was going to zone. I didn't third party him, anything annoying to make him want to sit here. And even if I did, the point is, and the point still remains, a bot would never do this. This is not peace control, this is not sweaty, this is not a bot, this is emotion. This player is emotional about something. And a bot will never make an emotional play. They won't only shoot you because you tagged them once. They won't sit in your builds and wait for you to come back. They will never, ever build to height limit where you respawn and reload and keep your partner alive and keep shooting you over and over and over out the sky. But somebody who's seen you before might, or had it done to them, they might, or just had to think a little bit more to actually win a game. That's why OG Fortnite was better. It was a challenge. You had to think. People finding new ways to win besides shoot you. Trap towers, rocket ride, shockwave in the zone, trap players with items, sky base, or even out heal you. Back then, you had to think and you had to have some sort of skill, or just get extremely lucky to win a game. It meant something back then. Now, they just handed out participation trophies. These participation trophies, that's just Fortnite keeping you bad at the game. And you also keeping yourself bad at the game. Because you probably looking at Fortnite like an activity that you just do with friends after work. And I get that, that's cool. But online games were a thing before Fortnite. Call of Duty, Halo, Battlefield, 2K, Madden, FIFA, Mario, it don't matter. Whatever you was playing, all these people already were playing against other people online. And all those people did not start off good at the game. We had to get good. We hopped in lobbies, we got whooped on, and learned over time. And asked questions, and eventually got much better. And played with or against better players, which made us better. Instead of that old school mentality of get good, Fortnite wants everybody to feel appreciated or have safe spaces. If you come from Call of Duty, you heard that term too much. But the thing is, having bots and skill-based matchmaking in the game actually makes you run into really good players more than you would without bots and skill-based matchmaking. And this is why. If you look at player distribution in ranked, it's more people in the lower ranks than the top 3. And that makes sense. It's easy to be bad. Therefore, it's a lot more bad players. It's hard to be good. It takes time. It takes effort. A lot of people don't want to do that. That's why it's a lot less people in the top 3 ranks than there are in the bottom. Let's relate it to real world again. On a normal day, you're going to see more ugly people than attractive people, more poor people than rich people, more short or average height people than extremely tall people. Yeah, it's a chance you could see all rich people one day, but that chance is very low. Just like you could be in a lobby with all the best players, but that chance is very low. But with skill-based matchmaking and bots though, it's guaranteed because Fortnite will put you in a better lobby with better players if you keep winning games. Guaranteed. It's not by chance you might have a lobby with one of the top 1,000 players in your region. No, Fortnite will actively keep putting you in harder and harder lobbies if you're winning. It's guaranteed, and that would not happen without skill-based matchmaking. So you're artificially running into more sweaty players than you would if there was no skill-based matchmaking and there weren't bots. You definitely run into a lot more bad players. Don't get me wrong, you're gonna find some people that are good, but not as often as you would now because of skill-based matchmaking and bots. Come to think of it, lack of skill-based matchmaking is probably why so many people stayed bad for so long in Chapter 1. Because despite it being so long ago, it was some really, really good people in Chapter 1, but you just didn't run into them that often. You ran into a lot more bad players because there's always more bad players than good players. You would still run into them, but man, I swear some people in Chapter 1 were goated. But most of us didn't know that. Most of the people we ran into were hiding in bushes, jumping around, shooting, and missing shots just like we was. But bots will not make you learn or think about anything. They will keep you bad, and if none of this bothers you, you might not like Fortnite for what it is. Or you might not like competing or competition or something else. But it doesn't matter, because this splits the player base past Zero Build, BR, Reload, Lego, whatever. It splits us into people who like Fortnite for the game and competition, and people who like Fortnite but only if insert your condition here. This is also why we have all these similar game modes, but they're different. We got Zero Build, just like VR, but no building. We got Reload, you just respawn, it's a lot more sweaty, more serious, loot pool, but none of that goofy stuff. It's nothing wrong with Fortnite being goofy, but they took it way too far when they wanted the worst players to beat the best players. For nothing. Because it was too hard for them. Nobody likes getting cheated, and that's how it feels when you have to work for something and somebody else gets it for free. Nobody likes being cheated. What gave us that feel back then, that good feeling, it was just the players. We all actually liked Fortnite. It didn't matter if you were bad or good. People were bad and good back then, but everyone just enjoyed playing the game. And no matter if you camped all day and talked until it was just you in the bush and the last player and you finally won, even though you lost the last 70 games, it felt amazing. Because you may not have did a whole lot of edits, builds, slides, one pumps, snipes, but you had to outthink players every single game. You got nothing for free back then. You actually had to earn it back then. And even though it's not sitting creative, learning how to build all day, you had to put a lot of mental effort in back then when it was only real players. You had to learn what worked and what didn't. And I'm gonna just keep it 100. And I know you heard it before, but if you don't like it, just go play something else. But I'm gonna give you the reason why you should go play something else though. Because volleyball doesn't cater to golf players. Golf player doesn't cater to football players. Football players do not cater to extreme frisbee players. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, the whole game Dark Souls is built upon being so hard. If you don't get good at Dark Souls, you're not gonna beat it. Period. They're not gonna put an easy mode in. They're not gonna put a bot mode in for you. You either learn how to play the game or you leave. Everything's not for everybody. I don't know when everybody thought everything was for everybody, but everything's not for everybody. It's not a kid's game. It's a teen game. It's not for kids. Kids can play it, but everything's not for everybody. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with the world nowadays. When did everybody become so soft? Because now you can't even call a fat person fat. It's a damn hate crime. But they're fat. It's not being rude. It's not being toxic. It's not being mean. It's being honest and truthful. It might hurt, but that doesn't mean it's not truthful and honest. Like, I don't know. Everybody wants to be included, but everything in the world is not for you or me. It's just reality. It's life. And one last thing. I know a big rebuttal is, I just want to have fun. I just want to play a game. And games are supposed to be fun. Yeah, this is true. But fun is subjective. And fun for you might be using sniper all game. Someone else destroying all the buildings in the POI. Someone else just want to play after work and kill all the bots. Or somebody else might want to shoot every person they see. You can't say, and I'm not saying that my fun or your fun is the only way to have fun. But what I can say is, no matter your ideal of fun, Fortnite is still a game. And games tend to need to be won. Nobody just plays games to lose. So if it's not that serious, if the person is doing too much, or they are unemployed, which is a new one, why don't you just back out the game? Why don't you stop complaining and just back out of the lobby? Let the sweaty person kill you. Re-queue into the next game if it don't matter. Because the bad players still want to win. And they want all the glory associated with winning. But, and it's a big but, they don't want to put in the work. They don't want to put in the effort to win the game. They just want to hand it to them. They don't want accountability for being bad at the video game. This same lack of accountability is why two casuals can hop in a duel match and be toxic to one another when they keep losing games because they used to running through bot lives who dropping 10 plus. But real players don't fold that easy all the time. And with no accountability, you probably say that person is sweaty instead of maybe I'm just bad. People really be out here playing different versions of Fortnite. But in conclusion, these are the reasons why bots make you bad, keep you bad, and divide the player base even more. As well as why Fortnite Chapter 1 was special the first time around. Thanks for watching.
Lay back, sit still, relax, just chill. If you wanna see another season, watch it till and don't give me a reason. If it goes past